They say the loneliest man in the world is not the one without a partner, but the one without a brother, without a tribe, without a circle of men who truly see him. In today's world of instant messages and virtual friendships, it's possible, no, it's easy, for a man to be surrounded by people and yet feel absolutely alone. But here's the truth no one tells you. A man who walks without a tribe is walking a path that leads straight into the abyss. And that may already be happening to millions, maybe even to you. Who has your back when the storm hits? Welcome back to the channel that dives beneath the surface. This is Men and Masculinity. And if you're tired of the shallow noise and ready to explore what truly defines a man, you've found your space. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and stay to the end. This episode may change your life, or at the very least, open your eyes to what you've been missing. Let's begin with something ancient, something primal. Imagine this. 10,000 years ago, a man sits by the fire sharpening his spear. The night howls with the cries of wild beasts, and beyond the flickering shadows lie threats he cannot see. But he's not afraid, because beside him sit 6 others, strong, focused, ready. His brothers. They hunt together, bleed together. They don't need to speak to understand what the other is thinking. That is tribe. That is survival. Now zoom back to today. That same man, he's sitting in a small apartment. His screen glows brighter than his eyes. The last time someone asked him how he really feels, he couldn't remember. He goes to the gym alone. He walks the streets alone. He fights his demons alone. That is not how it was meant to be. Here's the truth. Modern society has given us comfort but stolen connection. And men, especially men, have been taught that standing alone is strength. But strength without support eventually cracks. We were never designed to walk this life solo. What does it mean to have a tribe? It doesn't mean having drinking buddies or fantasy football pals. A tribe is a circle of men who challenge your excuses, who see through your false confidence, who call out your darkness, not to shame you, but to pull you through it. These are not just friends, they are mirrors, and every man needs that. Here's something wild you might not know. In ancient Spartan culture, a boy wasn't considered a man because he could grow a beard or fight with a sword. He was considered a man when he earned the respect of his peers, his tribe. They would test him, exile him, strip him down, and only if he returned stronger and wiser would they say, "You are one of us." Do we have anything like that today? Not really. Most men walk through life without ever hearing the words, "I've got you, I see your struggle, and I'm staying anyway." But why does this matter so much? Because in isolation, a man forgets his reflection. You stop knowing who you are. Depression sinks in like a slow poison. You smile at work, but your soul is screaming. You watch motivational clips, but it fades in 5 minutes. You post online, but no one truly knows what's behind your eyes. And then one day, you break, and no one even saw it coming, because you trained yourself to hide. But in a tribe, in a true tribe, there's no room to hide. You don't get to fake it. You don't get to play small, because the men around you won't let you. They'll remind you of your standard, your mission, your edge. That is what masculine accountability feels like, and it's something most men have never tasted. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, let's call him Eli. On paper, Eli had everything. A good job, a decent apartment, a gym membership. But deep inside, he was unraveling. Every night he stared at his ceiling wondering, is this all there is? One day, he met a group of men at a cold exposure workshop. No small talk, just challenge, eye contact, vulnerability. These men didn't care about his status. They cared about his courage. And over time, they became his tribe. Years later, Eli would say, "That weekend saved my life. It reminded me I wasn't crazy. I was just disconnected." You see, the epidemic today isn't laziness. It's disconnection. We are more connected than ever through apps, DMs, and virtual meetings. But our souls are starving for something deeper. A tribe doesn't give you more friends. It gives you belonging. It gives you grounding. It gives you the strength to confront your pain and still move forward. Here's the irony. Many men believe they have to fix themselves before they find their tribe. That's backward. You find your tribe so you can fix yourself, so you can evolve, so you can finally see that you are not alone in your madness. Now I know what you're thinking, but where do I even begin? The answer might surprise you. You don't find your tribe by searching for people who look like you, talk like you, or even think like you. You find them by stepping into spaces where discomfort lives, where truth lives. That might be a men's circle, a martial arts dojo, a brotherhood group, or a place where you train your body and your mind at the same time. Look for spaces where ego dies and authenticity survives. If you wait for perfect timing, you'll wait forever. The right moment is now. And the man you want to become, he's already out there, waiting for you to show up. And here's a hard pill. When you step into a real tribe, you will be exposed. The mask will slip. You will feel judged, challenged, pushed to the edge of your own comfort. But that is the cost of evolution. If you're not scared, it's not real transformation. If you're not sweating, it's not a real tribe. But what if you take the leap and no one catches you? Well, that's the beauty of the masculine path. It's not about being caught. It's about hitting the ground and learning how to rise with others beside you. You'll bleed, you'll cry, you'll laugh, but you'll never be invisible again. There's a reason warriors never rode into battle alone. There's a reason ancient rites of passage involved circles of men, not just one. Because masculinity is forged through tension, not in solitude. Through resistance, through facing your reflection in the eyes of another man. And that kind of brotherhood, that kind of fire, doesn't come from casual hangouts or Friday night drinks. It comes from shared struggle. The science even backs it up. Studies have shown that men in close, vulnerable friendships experience lower levels of stress hormones like cortisol. Their testosterone becomes more stable. Their immune systems, even their cardiovascular health, improve. Why? Because we weren't meant to be lone wolves. That's the lie society sold us. Be the rugged individual. Need no one. Cry into your pillow in silence. But that model? It's broken. It's killing us from the inside out. So what does the beginning of a real tribe feel like? It doesn't start with trust. It starts with courage. You speak a truth in a room full of strangers, and instead of being laughed at, you're nodded at. One man says, "I've been there too." Another says, "I see you." And suddenly, the weight you've been carrying for years becomes lighter. Not because someone took it away, but because someone finally helped you lift it. And over time, something powerful happens. You stop pretending. You stop over-explaining. You start speaking from your chest, not your throat. You start showing up, not for approval, but with purpose. The men around you evolve with you. They witness your pain. They celebrate your wins. They call you out when you drift. And when life breaks you, and it will, they are the ones who help you rebuild. But make no mistake, a tribe is not just a therapy circle or a support group. It's more than vulnerability. It's challenge, expectation, ritual, discipline. You show up not just to speak, but to sharpen. You're reminded that masculinity is not toxic when it's rooted in purpose. That leadership isn't dominance, it's service. And that strength doesn't mean being unbreakable. It means becoming unbreakable through breaking. Let's take a moment and think about this. When was the last time another man held you accountable without shaming you? When was the last time someone said, "I know you're capable of more," and actually meant it, not out of criticism, but belief? That's the rarest thing in the modern world. Belief between men, a sacred brotherhood that says, "I won't let you shrink, I won't let you disappear, I won't let you die with your potential still inside you." Because every man dies, but not every man lives as part of a tribe. There's an African proverb that says, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." That's not just poetic, it's a warning. Men who go fast often crash, but men who go together, they build legacies. So how do you start? It doesn't take a grand gesture. It starts with one conversation, one moment of honesty. It starts when you stop waiting for others to find you and begin becoming the kind of man worthy of a tribe. Are you disciplined? Do you listen more than you speak? Do you lead with honesty or bravado? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that's where your work begins. Because a strong tribe is built on strong men, and strong men are forged, not born. Start small. Join a local men's circle. Go to a wilderness retreat. Take a martial arts class. Hell, even organize a morning workout group. But here's the rule. No masks allowed. Speak with your soul, not your resume. Real men don't care about your job title. They care about whether you'll show up at 5 a.m. in the rain, whether you'll speak the truth when it's hard, whether you'll bleed with them and not run away. And if you don't find the right man immediately, don't stop, keep looking, keep building. The moment you stop pretending, the right tribe will start noticing you. You'll begin attracting what you are, not what you post. And if you're hearing this and thinking, that sounds powerful, but maybe it's too late for me, let me tell you this. The tribe isn't looking for perfect men. It's looking for honest ones who are willing to show up, to do the work, to let go of pride and embrace progress. That's how the masculine rises again. Not in shame, but in brotherhood. Because when the storm comes, and it will come, it won't be your Instagram followers who save you. It won't be the guy who likes all your memes. It will be the man who shows up at your door, no questions asked. The one who looks you in the eyes and says, "Get up, we've got work to do." That's tribe. And maybe, just maybe, that's what you've been missing all along. So ask yourself before this video ends one final question. If your whole life burned down tomorrow, who would run toward the fire with you? If you can't name at least 3 men, it's time to find your tribe. Thank you for watching. This channel exists to light a fire in you, to remind you of the path you were born to walk, and the men who are waiting to walk it with you. If this hit something deep inside you, drop a comment, share your story. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe. We've got more coming, raw, honest, powerful, for men, by men. Until next time, stand tall, speak truth, seek your tribe, because no man walks this life alone and thrives.